Hello, future grammar nerds. I'm going to explain another important rule for using commas. So, commas after introductory elements. So, introductory elements are things that go before the main subject of your sentence, things that go at the beginning of your sentence. But as you've learned now, when a reader is looking at a sentence, they're really looking for the main subjects and verbs. If they don't find them, they feel a bit lost. So putting a comma after introductory elements allows the reader to spot the main subject. So I'll give you some examples. If you start with however, that's an introductory element, a transition. So put a comma, and then you can put your subject. However, more research needs to be done. Okay? So another example, it could be more than just one word. It could be a short phrase. So we could say, waiting for the bus, comma, Jana felt bored. Have you had this experience? So in this case, you have a phrase. Here you just have a word, comma, and then your subject, more research. Here you have a whole phrase, which is an introductory element, because it comes before your main subject. So by putting a comma there, you allow the reader to understand that you're giving them a little aside at the beginning, but that they should hold on because the main subject is coming soon. All right?
When don't you have to put a comma after an introductory element?
That's when you have a very short introductory element, usually something about the time. So for example, with now, we don't usually see now, comma, because there's not much chance that the reader is going to get confused or distracted just by seeing the word now. They're going to see that the subject is right here. Now I understand. Okay. So if you put a comma after now, it's not technically wrong. It's just not absolutely necessary. And even like this, by noon, I will be finished. So some commas are not optional. This is a situation where you have commas that are optional. So I wouldn't put them in if you don't really need them. The reason for that is that sometimes you get a sentence that gets kind of over-commaed. So in that case, you want to look at which ones are really important to guide the reader and which ones the reader is probably going to be fine without. Right? So later, grammar nerds.